Going down to this planet, of course. This planet named Pekka, I will type it in the hints, is a non-previously settled planet. There have been no imperial settlements on it ever. It is considered undiscovered. Unexplored. For this mission, you can each of you requisition 50. Get 50 points of requisition each, so a total of 100 for this mission. It's going to be only the two of you. And this is the hololith, which briefs you for your mission. You can communicate with the marshal if you have any questions. Or anything else that you require, that might require clarification.
Making sure. Got to find the source of the signal. What after that?
It is considered to be highly psychic and not something that you can possibly parlay or reason with. Probably a creature of some sorts, and given the increased presence of Tyranids in the area, it is highly likely that it is one of those.
Are we then charged with eliminating this psychic source?
Any Xenos form is to be killed, brother. Abhor the witch, purge the unclean, and kill the Xenos. Burn the heretic. Whatever you find down there does not walk in the Emperor's light.
Understood.
Yingvar smiles as he hears that, revealing his fangs, a common mutation of the Canis helix, saying, "Good. I was hoping to do some killing today."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 100 requisition. Let's see.
50 each, total of 100.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Important distinction.
Exactly, brothers. The armory of the Saturn Spear is at your disposal. make sure to choose only the necessary weapons and tools so as not to overburden yourselves. Understood.
Okay. Presents. Right, I got what I can get.
Hmm. You got what you got?
Let me double check, see if anything else I could switch up in case. Scanner.
The drop awaits you, brothers. Whenever you are ready, proceed.
Right, I got 3 things. I have 7 requisition, or not 7, 3 requisition points left.
Mhm.
Need to be pulled.
I'm trying to find where this standard issue equipment is.
It's all the way at the very start. I think like 27 around that area, or page 27.
Okay, thank you. Ah, there it is. 3 frags, 3 cracks.
I think you also get a jump back.
Yeah, no, for the assault. I basically got what I've got, but thinking of grabbing a couple more grenades just in case.
Make sure to always carry crack, brothers.
Let's see here.
You see this crate marked as funny grenades over the standard issue label on it. Someone has replaced the original name with funny grenades.
Honey grenade.
Interesting.
Someone's been having a laugh here in the armory. Did the Great Wolf finally think to send Lucas the Trickster to the Long Watch?
And when one of the servitors approaches the crate to open it and offer you your requested equipment, you see it has crack grenades inside it. And there is a voice over the vox.
I always crack a smile when I use these ones.
Brother Chachus of the Vox. The librarian doesn't need any equipment, he just immolates and destroys everything with his mind bullets.
I will get a psychic hood and 1 pain suppressant and an auspex scanner.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Ingvar is going to take another 3 frag grenades, 3 crack grenades, and he's going to get a, what is that called? A depot maglock, I think. Or dipole maglock for his chain sword.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and 2 extra mags of, or 2 extra pistol mags of bolter ammo.
The servitor hands you the equipment. An excellent choice, my lord. With these tools, the enemies of the Imperium will suffer painful deaths. You truly are his angels of death.
You have my thanks, loyal servitor.
And with any grace that's left in his body from the implants, he bows and continues his duties in the armory.
The drop pod awaits, brothers.
Well, shall we?
Let's begin.
Ingvar will make his way to the drop pod.
Lucian will also make his way to the pod.
You're cutting up a little bit. I don't know if it's the noise suppression or the voice mod in any way.
Probably the voice mod. But yes, I make my way to the drop pod.
Mm-hmm. With hissing sound, the drop pod seals, and it is ready to be dropped on the world below you, where there is some military presence, namely some guardsmen on a plateau overlooking any surrounding area that might hide enemies. There are deep jungles around here. And things to go bad in jungles. Of course, there weren't any Katatsan devils available for this, so you're going to have to work with a regular guardsman, Kasrikin, and whatever else. Whoops. The dropper lands with a thundering sound. And there you are. You see the frightened guardsman hunched over a heavy bolter. Obviously not expecting you to arrive in this manner or at all. And the gunner cocks the weapon. The other guardsman demands to know who you are.
Yingvar, still with his helmet off, flashes a smile at them and will say, "Be at peace, fellow warriors of the Allfather." Does our team have a name?
Does it?
Depends if you've been working together for a while or not.
You
Yes.
haven't worked with one another in the past, but you have met and have trained together, have been in the same briefings for missions in the same wider area.
So probably we haven't made a team name yet. So
You could have come up with one during the mission briefing. The Blood Fangs.
I think that one would be suitable. What about you?
that is suitable. Very interesting.
We are the Deathwatch kill team, the Bloodfangs, and we are here to eliminate an unwelcome psychic presence.
The guardsmen are shaken, realizing you are his angels. They ease up on the bolter. They lower their gaze. My lords, excuse us. We did not know. How may we be of service?
We are seeking out the bug presence on this world. You two seem to have seen a fair bit of action yourselves, but do you know where their forces have been gathering?
Oh, we've only splattered a few creatures here and there. The Valkyries are doing most of the job, carpet bombing and immolating parts of the jungle, so that they cannot sneak up on us and catch us in our sleep.
I see. I might have to speak to your commanding officer for more intel. Where are they? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. Ah,
It's cutting up.
But yes, he did say he was about to ask that.
Mm-hmm. Lieutenant Strango is just up there, the command center. And the point towards the center, the top of the hill, where you can see defensive earthworks and autocannons and some pieces of light artillery like mortars and so on. It's also raining. Is it visible through the stream?
Yeah, a little bit.
Cool.
Before he heads up, Ingvar's actually going to take a deep smell of the world, since the wolf senses are only active when he doesn't have his helmet on. It's one of the things he does whenever he lands on a world. He just gets the feel of it through his nostrils. If there is a roll you want me to make for anything, I'm not expecting to get any massive information. It's just something that he does to more deeply understand the planet that he is to do the Allfather's will upon.
Make a scrutiny check.
Okay.
With,
Scrutiny, that's... where's that? Okay.
perception.
Yep. Perception. Sorry, just not familiar with the formula, so having to try to remember.
Exclamation point R 1D 100. Like this. And if you use the formula I have pinned as a message, it will automatically print the amount of successes or failures you have.
And I also do a psychic check.
Sainisian's test.
Yes, I had no idea how to pronounce that.
I've been there too. Yeah, go ahead. You replace the X with your target.
That was my mistake. Okay. And that's just the, my perception.
Unless you have scrutiny trained.
Nope.
I failed.
I
Understandable.
think I did it wrong. Either way, I'm pretty sure I failed.
Okay. You take in a deep breath, analyzing all the smells, every little sound you receive from this jungle planet. You can smell many different hints of animal and human excrement around here. And by the sound of it, there is megafauna on this planet. You hear slow, lumbering thumps far away, deep within the jungle. Now, Librarian Lucian, you try to peer through the thin veil separating the materium and the material world, but you can only sense darkness, as if a shadow is cast around this place. You cannot make out anything specific, or anything at all for this matter.
It seems we have to go visit the commander after all.
Very well. Yngvar will huff his way up the hill.
Lucian will follow right behind,
Mm-hmm.
moving kind of gracefully.
Mm-hmm. The guardsman will hesitantly approach and say, "Well, if you want, we can call a chimera to carry you to the commander."
Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Space Marines can fit in a chimera.
Well, inside, no, but you can hop on it.
How far is it up the hill?
It's not even 100 meters away.
Then would just say, that would be just a waste of resource.
Of course,
Thank you for
my
the
lord.
offer.
You're right, my lord.
But yes, we have no need of this. Remain vigilant, fellow warriors of the Allfather.
And you see the sorry state of this HQ. Everything is drenched, everything is wet. And the commander is struggling with a data slate, which appears to be malfunctioning in his hands. He is touching the runes, trying to do something with it, trying to use it, but it doesn't seem to be responding in his hands as he wants to. And he is clearly very frustrated, trying to wipe it, trying to keep rain and any other water from any other source on it, from his fingers, his clothes. And he is taking out his anger into the guardsmen around him, ordering them to keep the ammo crates as dry as possible. He has them clean them with any form of fabric or towel they might have, which there is no dry piece of anything around here, so there is no point in it. It's just that he doesn't want his soldiers see him struggle so much with the data
Did we ever get a name?
I think I said the name, but I've already forgotten it. He is Lieutenant Fabian.
Lieutenant.
He pauses, looks at you, and his eyes go wide open. Oh, blimey. We are in it now. My good lords. He bows. What brings you around our humble camp? Did you come for a stroll in the jungle? Or is there anything else I should be aware of?
Where is the location of the bugs?
These buggers are all around. I've been ordering my Valkyries all day. We've burned acres upon acres of jungle, and it just Seems like there is always more of it.
Then where's their main cluster?
Any attempt at finding a central point where they would gather or do whatever these things do has been futile. I've lost thousands of good men seeking that answer myself. We are in the defensive for now. We've been successfully repelling their attacks. They are without number, I tell you.
Lucian underneath the helm will frown at that.
Ingvar will frown at that with no helmet on.
Okay.
Where have their attacks been most concentrated? From which direction?
They have been coming at us from the north side. This is why we have stationed most of our chimeras and personnel there. We've had mostly little bugs. Not anything terrible. And despite the pouring rain, the morale is pretty high. And as I can see, you have raised it even higher with your presence, my good lords. And you can indeed see a bunch of guardsmen gathering around. Looking at you from various distances. They are curious to see what his angels look like up close. Most people in the Imperium have only heard stories and tales about your kind. And they couldn't tell the difference between an ultramarine, a white scar, or a world eater.
When was the last attack on you?
It was before 300 hours. Before 3 hours. 3 hours ago. And it was a mass of flying bugs and big swarms of claw-having ones crawling on the ground. I've been asking for heavier equipment to be provided to us in case anything meaner than that shows up, but I have been rejected so far. But with you being here, I can imagine that we might not need it in the end. And he takes a look at your gear, and he continues his gaze onto the guardsmen with their las guns and their combat knives, lurking, looking from a distance.
And how frequent are these attacks?
About twice a day or so. The first days we had constant stream of these coming to get us. We've been shooting non-stop. We had been shooting non-stop for a good 5 hours the first day, and then another 10 hours in the night. But today we had only one attack, and by the looks of it, we might not have another.
They may be amassing then.
that was something he did not want to hear, and says, "You might be correct."
It seems as if the only clue we have is that they are most commonly coming from the north. If that is where they are amassing, there is a decent chance that is where our target is.
Then we must make haste.
I agree. And Yingvar will give the lieutenant a nod and then begin to move toward the north. Eventually, probably. No, he won't use his jump pack here. But he will make his way and pick up the pace as he gets further away from camp stuff that he could potentially damage if he moves too quickly near it.
For the Vox, do we automatically connect to theirs, or do we have to set up the frequency?
If you want to do it very quickly without asking the Vox Master here, you can attempt to do it on your own, or you can communicate it with the appointed guardsman, which will take a few minutes.
Yep, you will connect to Vox.
Mm-hmm.
And then before leaving, say, I would prepare your men if I were you, Lieutenant. And then rush after his brother.
Mm-hmm. The lieutenant says, "My men are always prepared." And he paces around towards the guardsmen that have been overlooking this conversation this whole time and sends everybody to their post. Says, "There is nothing to see here. It's business as usual, doing the Emperor's will. And whoever is a good shot will be given extra bag rations tonight."
As Yingvar is leaving, he will shout out as loud as he can for the guardsmen to hear.
It's a nice screenshot.
Yeah.
It will be our thumbnail.
Take heart, fellow warriors of the Allfather. You have stood your ground well. The enemy cannot break you. We are simply here to ensure that the enemy is broken.
In unison, the guardsmen all shout, "Damn straight!" Others continue shouting. Others cheer. Others raise their weapons in the air. There are even some shots fired from the most hyped ones. And the nearest chimera revs, and you can hear cheering from inside it. And a very ugly man pops from the top hatch. You can see his face is covered in engine grease. He's missing teeth. And he says, "Bring me a big one. I want to run it over." Give it a good old taste of this bad girl, and taps the top of his chimera.
Yingvar will rev his chainsword in response.
I don't have anything to grab, so I just keep running.
You just go psychic phenomena for no reason.
You explain again, librarian, why you attempted to manifest psychic energy and then open that portal to the Corn Realm? Well, I was trying to hype the men up, sir.
It somewhat worked. Now they were fearful.
And as you go deeper into the jungle, the sounds of the camp give way to more natural ones coming from all around you. Footsteps crawling, the flapping of wings, the howling of the wind between the dense foliage, and the sound of your footsteps in the mud. You can see tracks of many crawling creatures, small ones, the size of a closed fist. Your closed fist. As big as a guardsman's chest, roughly. And they appear to have been in great numbers, going directly to the camp. Remnants of the attack Lieutenant Fembian mentioned, most likely.
And Yingvar try to use his tracking skills to identify where the retreating tracks are headed toward, and maybe follow them?
Mm-hmm. Make an awareness test.
Okay.
And they would also like to try Sound of Science again, since we're getting hopefully closer to the thing we're trying to look.
Go ahead.
Well, I definitely failed that. Oh, but what sense am I using?
I believe your power armors also have auspex, inbuilt auspex
the-
in them, so you
Only
get.
when the helmet's on.
Okay. Okay.
I do have the scanner, though, if you need to use it.
True, yeah, you have the scanner, so you could use that.
And you can use whichever sense you want.
He's trying to observe the track. Well, actually, he would be using a combination of his eyesight for the tracks, but also his sense of smell, and he can re-roll perception rolls when he doesn't have his helmet on. So I'm gonna real quick re-roll that.
I failed the Sound of Science, so I will go to the scanner.
Okay.
I didn't do that right. Hold on. Sorry.
Hey, I got it.
right. Scanning the area,
Mine as well.
you both notice a rocky formation in the distance, and it is aligned with the tracks. And judging by the type of rock, it's well made of. The type of rock the mountain ridge is made of, and its size, it could potentially hide a horde of these creatures, or maybe a big creature.
Ingvar will look over at. I'm sorry, you said your character's name was Lucian?
Yes, it is Lucian.
Lucian. Look over at Lucian and smile that big toothy smile and say, "What say we see if we can crack open that hard shell and get to the sweet bug meat underneath." And he'll ready his chainsword and bolt pistol.
After you, brother.
And see if you can keep up. And he'll break out into a full run toward the rock formation.
Mm-hmm.
I will also break out into a full run, following after him.
The two power armored figures dashing through the jungle, breaking twigs, small rocks, wading through mud, jumping over obstacles, swinging from tree branch to tree branch. You make your way to the foot of the mountain, and you can immediately tell something is different. Something is a bit off. It is way more silent here. And
I have the bolt gun and sword ready just in case.
Mhm.
It's too quiet.
Far too quiet. Ingvar will perk his ears up and see if he can hear any sounds of the enemy since he can't see them.
you hear wobbling tentacles above you, coming from a crevice, from a hole in the rock. You see these things floating towards your general direction.
And I mean, I know what they are. Does Yingvar know what they are, or should I roll something for that?
Roll a Forbidden Lore Xenos with plus 30.
Plus 30, okay. Okay. Went for that plus 30. That wouldn't have been a success, but it was.
Tyranids. Some bioform of Tyranid origin.
how? So they're pretty high above us. If I'm going off of the map.
They are what? Not 100. They would be over 20 meters away.
Okay, that's still within range of a bolt pistol. I'm gonna do a semi-automatic burst from the bolt pistol at this bundle of foul Xenos.
I will do single shots, but I will aim.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, real quick, is there a formula for rolling multiple shots, or is that just 3?
Since this counts as a horde, it's a single ballistic skill check, and each degree of success yields 1 kill, basically, with a maximum of the weapon's rate of fire.
And because it's a horde, are there any bonuses to hit?
It's not big enough to give you a bonus to hit.
Okay, that
Spoilers.
is...
Three extra degrees of
Gotcha.
success.
Yeah, no, that's a fail on my shot.
But since it is a single shot, does your weapon have any significant keyword for this instance? Like blast or something similar?
Check. Oh,
Devastating or something? Probably not.
It is a
Explosive.
full gun.
Oh, it is explosive.
Yes.
Alright. That means...
And it's tearing, so you can roll your two damage dice
Yeah.
and take the higher one.
But in this case, explosive damage deals 1 extra damage. 1 extra... It's the... population. 1 extra strength damage to the horde. So 2 of the spores explode, leaving behind puffs of green smoke, for green slime substance that quickly falls to the ground. And on their turn, they will come closer. And it is your turn again.
Are they within 10 meters or 20 meters now?
Yes, they are well within 10.
Ooh, smite time.
Mm-hmm.
I will be doing fettered.
Okay.
It's manifest first, I believe. Nice.
Okay. What's the blast on it? What's the... Yeah, what's the blast?
Let's see, here's smite. 1 meter times strike rating. So that would be 2 meters blast radius.
Mm-hmm. So you kill 2 of them. More explosions, leaving green goo behind. A cloud of caustic miasmatic spores.
That's 4 for me, brother.
Ingvar,
Yes.
it is your turn.
Yes, I think Ingvar will just go ahead and do another semi-automatic burst from his pistol. And that's another failure.
Fate point.
Not in the first encounter. You gotta save those.
It's the same. So, the spores will manage to reach you. Very unfortunate. And what happens is as follows. PDF loading, please. So the spores a blast 2 grenade. So you have to make, you can attempt dodge tests to get out of the area of effect from these explosions.
I will definitely do that.
I fail.
Okay.
Oh, whoops. I typed that in wrong.
That is 26 without penetration.
I failed as well. Okay.
And the spores explode and are gone.
How much damage was that?
26 without penetration.
Alright, 26.
6, okay. What is it? Every part of the body?
It
or
counts
where's
as a
it?
grenade, so it is always on the body.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you. So that's gonna be
8
My
damage
top.
for me.
26. Yep, same.
And they're gone. You feel this slime, the cloud of spores latch onto you, burning away parts of your armor, the mud of your boots. If it wasn't for your pyro armor being sealed, and if you had breathed in this smoke, this cloud, it would have been very, very painful, even more so. Or if you hadn't held your breath, since you're not wearing your helmet, I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Like preparing for the dive.
That wasn't pleasant.
Let's go to where we have to be.
Got them all. Yingvar will put his helmet on now. He's brash, not stupid.
Where's the paint suppressant?
Not this one.
Oh, there it is.
What? Sorry.
I was looking where the paint suppressants are.
They should be in the tools, I think.
Yep, I just wanted to see what they do. Okay. I'm good.
You can sense it. You can smell it. You can feel it. The stench of tyrannid. Whoops. You are right in the entrance. There is solid rock walls around you. Look. And having been closer, you can hear one of those things twitch, move, thump, growl. There is a strong thermal signature in here.
Yingvar will move into the cave, scanning now with his helmet on, looking for any signs of tyrannid life forms, any signs of, tyrannid structures, ceiling, floor, walls, everywhere.
And Lucian's behind him.
There are remnants of what appears to be the fauna of the planet, half digested, eaten, and you can hear scuttling around this cave. Whatever it is that is running away has definitely heard you. It is aware of your presence.
These wretches are likely setting up an ambush, brother.
That they are. It matters not. They face the Emperor's steel.
They face his wrath. And yet, moving forward still.
Mm-hmm. More biomass. More slaughtered animals. More filth.
Kind of use the scanner to see if this is a main hive, or is it just a smaller hive?
I would say make a Forbidden Lore Xenos to tell if this is indeed the central hub of a whole hive fleet, or if it's just a small part of it. It's not about detecting things, it's about knowing whether this is the central brood or simply an extension of it.
Nope, no idea.
Okay. Many nids, many bads. The way continues on forward.
Ingvar will step forward unafraid. Indeed, perhaps gleeful because he gets to face the enemies of the Allfather today.
I bring up the rear, covering it.
Tyrannid biostructures, tentacles. They are wiggling, protecting these two passageways. They are too far to be a threat to you unless you come closer.
I think we're gonna have to, since they're covering the path.
Aye. Which path do we choose, brother? Does your warp sense tell us anything?
Make a Psynesians test with -20.
Oh boy. Nope.
It is too dark. You cannot sense anything.
The shadow covers all. Can't sense.
I would suppose one path is as good as the other. Let us take the one to our right.
Very well.
Before we get close enough to actually be struck by one of these tendrils,
Mm-hmm.
they look like they've got pretty thick chitinous armor on them, yeah?
Yeah.
This might be a waste, but he did take some extra. Yeah, I think Ingvar is going to go ahead and lob a crack grenade at the first one they come across where they can't pass by it without getting hurt. Or getting attacked, I should say.
Well, you can manage to move that way if you hug the wall,
Mhm.
and you run into another one here.
And if we hug the opposite wall of that one, would we be able to avoid it?
Make a logic test.
Oh, logic is not Ingvar's strong suit. Let's see here.
Not my problem.
No, but it is mine. Let's see.
Ooh, it's not mine either. I don't have a trade, so it's
Let me see. Where's the list with all the skills? There it is. Logic is a
Oh,
basic
holy
skill.
crap! I actually got it.
Okay. If you hug this wall, then this one will probably this will be able to assail you.
Looks like you're gonna have to use it. You either face that one up ahead or crack the other one guarding that central path.
Ingvar pulls out the crack grenade, pulls the starter. All Father willing, and he'll hold the crack grenade at the one, not the one behind us, the one before us.
This one,
Or no, the other one.
this. Okay.
Yep.
Roll damage.
Okay, crack grenades are 3d10 plus 4. Okay.
If you are untrained with a basic skill, you use half your characteristic. Okay. How much is crack these days?
3d10 plus 4.
Oh my god.
So that
Wow, that is just
That-
some sad rolls.
That is
Was
a
that
very sorry grenade
is-
toss.
those really are funny grenades, man. Let me tell you.
Did you manage to get from the
Okay.
funny pile, brother?
I expected it only to be a joke in the command briefing, not for when we were on the mission.
Well, the Kraken, the Tyrannid biostructure is still there, unmoved, unshaken, unimpressed. As if it reacted to your actions, it curled, not exposing its soft belly underneath. You can tell that if you want to take it down with one of those grenades, you will have to make a ballistic skill test.
How far is it?
It's twice your strength modifier, so you can chuck a grenade from far enough. You
I was
wouldn't be
thinking
able
just
to go
smiting it.
into close range, though. For the
I was
plus
thinking of
10.
Smiting it.
Smiting? You could smite it, yes. Make the focus power test and roll damage if you succeed. Funny grenades. What are the chances? Well, the chances are 1 in 1,000. With
Real.
3d10s, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good omen.
I barely got it.
Okay. Roll damage. That is Righteous Fury.
Excellent.
And the way this works here, I believe it automatically confirms. So you roll another d10 and add it to the total, to the damage total.
Oh yeah, that's right. Emperor's is it 1d10 or is it the same roll and add it?
You roll an additional d10 and add it to the damage.
$21 total.
Okay.
Nice.
I want to make sure that there is no other things that also happen along with it. Righteous Fury. Mm, mm. Okay. Since it is not an attack, is it specified as an attack? Does it have the attack subtype as an action?
Let me look.
It might.
Does not say on it.
Anyway. The chitinous tentacle collapses. Laying dead, motionless on the ground. Throwing dust and debris up in the air.
Pathway is free.
Most excellent. Well struck, brother.
You sense another biostructure behind these walls, behind these rocks, on the other side of the cavern. If the Mechanicus was present, they would most likely go through with one of their huge drills. And this thing appears to be belching out smaller Tyrannid bioforms. And
Do you sense
Much as
that?
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just asking, do you sense that?
I can well, no, not with the helmet on, I can't smell it. I can feel the presence of their filth. As much as I love the idea of an endless horde of these wretched Xenos to slaughter, it would probably be wisest to destroy that structure so that they cannot keep coming.
And ready to crack a grenade.
Actually, yeah, I think Ingvar will do the same and hope for better luck this time.
all right.
So are we going around to that structure, or are we going to try to blow a hole in the wall?
I think the wall is too thick. Unless we have a heavy machinery, we're gonna have to go around.
Okay.
Go after the one that's belching out the smaller ones.
That's kind of what I figured too. Then yeah, Ingvar will go around.
You see fresher bioforms from around the planet. They have been moved here to be used as the basic building blocks for the Tyrannid bioforms. And along with this thing, there is this. It looks like a gargantuan stomach, a melding pool, a crucible, where biomass is thrown to be made into monsters.
Let's change its diet a bit, brother. Yngvar will huck his crack grenade into the stomach.
You can attempt a ballistic skill test to hit a specific spot that would make the most damage, or you can just roll the damage. Either or.
Given Yngvar's limited capacity with ballistics, I think we'll just roll the damage and take that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's gonna be...
Ballistics. I'm not good at that either.
Reclamation
3d10 plus 4, right?
pools. 3d10 plus 4, yes. Reclamation pool is the official name for these things. Righteous Fury.
Nice.
Roll another d10.
28.
Total of 28 plus the 16, total of 44. The reclamation pool shakes, shaking the whole cave with it. The tentacle near it twitches and bends and twists, not being able to reach you. And you can hear disturbance and movement throughout the whole cave. Something is
Here
coming.
they come.
Let them. I've been longing to kill something that I can look in the eye. Assuming that they have eyes. Looking at the size of that thing at first, I was like, oh shit, is that a hive tyrant?
2 hive tyrants.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Never mind.
Oh god.
Okay. Hmm. You hear and see 2 worm-like creatures fly through the air with immense speed and land on the walls behind you. And when you turn to see, it is these things that have crawled out of the woodwork to greet you. And they have shot their guns, their biological weapons, against you. You may take your turn.
To the fray, brother! Yngvar's gonna charge the closest one.
Mm-hmm. You do so successfully.
I will pop off. See here. Veil of Time.
Ooh, what's that do?
Predicts the near future, seeing the flow of events and action of others. While this power's effect benefits from foreknowledge, each round the librarian has a pool of rerolls equal to half the side rating, rounded up.
Okay.
Currently, as fettered, that is 2, so 1 reroll.
Okay, so with a charge attack, that's plus 10 to the weapon skill.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I'm using the.
Oh, that is nice.
Oh hell yeah!
Ooh. 5 whole degrees of success.
Ones are good in this game.
Sure.
Well, not the damage ones.
Well, that's true. Don't have
Yeah.
to rub it in.
So we have Veil of Time going off. What kind of attack are you doing? Is it swift? Is it standard all out?
It's a charge attack. It's the only kind of attack at this point I can do off a charge. But that gives me plus 10 to my weapons skill test. And I do succeed 37. So that's, I'm not sure how many. I think that's, well, you know the math better than I do.
That is 1 extra degree of success. Your attack is successful. The warrior fails to parry.
Always a good sign. And I'm sorry, I forgot to mention this. I did decide to take the Wings of Angels solo mode ability.
Okay.
So that means an extra 1d5 damage. Oh, to any. Wait, serious? Oh, when making a charge while using. Oh, okay. I had to use the thing. So never mind. Not any extra damage. But I will roll for the chainsword damage. Refresh my memory. Degrees of success. Do they add anything to damage, or
You
is...
can replace a die roll with your degrees of success. So, for example, if you get 5 degrees of success on the attack and you roll a 1, you can replace the 1 with the 5.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see.
Also, I use a homebrew thing that when you make a charge and you have the swift attack talent, you can do 2 attacks. But not lightning for 3.
Well, okay, then yeah, he'll do that. So here, let me roll the other attack real quick here.
Okay.
Because normally you have to take a talent to be able to do that.
Do you have the swift attack talent?
Yes, all assault marines have that.
All right. That is a fail.
That is, yes, a fail.
Most unfortunate.
Okay. Oh, at least I got 1 attack off. So, with that, I'll go ahead and roll damage for the chainsword. Plus. Okay, that's not bad, but it is tearing,
It
so
is daring, yeah.
I can roll 2 and take the higher result. So let's see. Let's shoot for that Emperor's Fury. Nope. So that's 12 with is the strength bonus is added to melee damage, right?
Yes.
So
Total of
that's
20.
okay, total of 20. Yep. With pen 4.
The warrior did not like that.
What? You mean he doesn't like a sword with chains digging into his flesh?
Let's see here. I took only a half an action with mine. Remind me, can I do a smite if I use another half?
If smite is a half action, you can take another half action, yes.
If I will try to smite him. Well, I'll smite the other one since I don't want to accidentally hit my battle brother. And that's a hit.
All right. Is it on the same one?
No, the other one.
Okay. Does not dodge. Roll damage.
So close.
Close. Okay. The warrior gets zapped. And it is their turn again. This one will attempt to slice the assault marine in half. Is successful.
Parry.
You can attempt to dodge or parry.
Definitely gonna attempt to parry.
Parry the Tyrannid.
So close.
Oh no.
So close. But no, no cigar.
That is 13 damage, penetration 5. To the head.
I did put my helmet back on, so...
You did.
So you said penetration 5, that's 3, 8... And I'm sorry, it was 16 damage?
15.
15, okay. So that's 4 more points of damage to make it through.
The other one will shoot at the librarian. You can attempt to dodge.
Yep, I don't want to get hit. Nope, I get hit.
Okay. That is... How much? 12 penetration 4.
Oh, pen 4.
Yes.
My bad.
Where's it hitting?
I believe it's to the body. Let me double check. The reverse is 40 something. Yes, it's to the body.
So penetration 4. That's 6 plus 8. I am more than that. Nice. Is it minimum 1 damage, or I just completely negate it?
You completely negate it.
Oh, thank God.
And it is your turn.
You know what? I will also charge the Xeno, helping my brother.
Mm-hmm. Do you charge all the way there to engage this one in melee as well?
How far is it?
It is within 12.
Yeah, I'll charge the one I hit with the smite.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You successfully charge.
Alright, see here. Charge, I get plus 10. 66. Unfortunate.
Oof. Your hand jams. You can feint point reroll that.
Yeah, I think gonna have to.
Mm-hmm.
3 fate point. It's the same number.
Damn.
Alright, looks like the Emperor says nope. I jam.
The librarian gets an aneurysm and fails in his attack. What about the assault marine?
Seeing his brother entering the fray. With renewed vigor, he will strike at this warrior twice to attempt to bring it down, so that he can come to the aid of his comrade.
You out. Well. You would be getting plus 10 from outnumbering it. You get it.
Okay.
The librarian wouldn't be getting it.
Right.
Let's see it.
Yep, it's coming. Oh. No, I didn't. No, I did.
You rolled
You did
2.
Yeah,
One is
yeah,
a
because I rolled for-
72, one's a fail, one's a success.
okay.
Roll damage.
All damage.
Damage.
So the higher of those is the 8. Which would be...
Again, a total of
11.
20 damage. I mean,
Okay.
19, not 20. The creature is suffering. It's bleeding. It's hissing.
I
Its
killed.
clawed limbs attempting to cut you up now that you're so close that it cannot fire his bio gun. Logical gun. It tries to bite off your face.
So that's good.
That is a failed. Oh no, it's a successful attack. At which one?
No, that was sustaining.
Okay.
Because Veil of Time is sustaining power.
You don't have to roll to sustain powers.
It says to maintain it, right?
Come again, sorry?
I meant like to maintain it. Do I have to roll? I have to roll, right?
I don't think so, no. Psychic powers. Unless it says otherwise, I don't think you have to. Sanctioned.
Because I know it does take a free action.
Sorry, ratings. Sustaining. Without the need to make further rolls, yeah.
Then I'm good. Okay, nice.
Alright. It is. No, you charged this turn, right?
Mhm.
It is the Tyranid's turn. Attack at the Librarian fails. Attack at the Assault Marine succeeds. You can attempt to parry or dodge. Yeah.
Parry, parry, parry.
Parry the Platypus, or the Tyrannid Warrior in this case.
It's amazing, Dr. Doofenspurs. Never tried that. Okay.
You hit.
That is a success.
Or you actually parry.
You are safe from the Bone Sword.
I killed more dangerous creatures than you when I was a pup on Fenris. You're nothing to me.
The Tyrannid clears its throat and responds with a very stern message. It will hurt you. It will consume you. It is your turn, Space Wolf.
It is. Jeez. Okay. Can I... Oh, but then I would lose the bonus to try to hit. I was thinking of trying to maneuver so... If I bring the warrior... If I hit with... I'd have to pick the targets anyway. No, okay. Finish off. A dead enemy is always less dangerous than a wounded one. I will finish this Tyrannid off with swift strikes.
Mm-hmm.
And does that team up bonus still apply?
Yes, plus 10.
That's 10.
If I remember correctly, there is Combat Master that allows you to get an even bigger bonus from that.
Probably.
And negate the enemy's bonus.
Yeah.
Or tag
That's
team?
definitely
I
one
think it's tag team.
Well, tag team gives you a plus 20.
Yeah.
Yep,
Combat
that's-
Master negates the enemy's bonus.
Okay. There's the 2 rolls.
One
Looks
hit.
like one hit, yeah.
One is a hit.
All right.
Roll damage.
Damage. So that's
8 plus 8. Total of 16.
15. 10 4.
Mm-hmm. It's still standing. Its chitin still holds. Still fights back.
Okay.
Librarian.
Maybe I only fought. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Maybe I only fought tougher things than you when I was a boy, not a pup. But still, I will kill you.
Cool. So we got the Warhammer engaging.
Well, because you are between two of them, you don't get the outnumbering bonus.
The one I smited.
Okay.
Actually, since I almost forgot, I'm gonna reroll that with the Veil of Time.
Mm-hmm.
It do 1 rerolls.
Yeah, I need to be remembering to use that. Oh wait, can only you use that?
I think it's only for me.
Okay.
Check.
A heretic could cast it upon someone else. Just saying.
Librarian, drowned in pool. She may only use for himself.
No worries.
So, reroll. Still a fail.
Ah, damn.
Unlucky. The warriors attack. Bone swords, teeth, claws, hooved appendages, tails. First against the space wolf is a fail. Second against the blood angel. Fails. It is your turn. Let's start with the librarian this turn. I haven't asked for initiative because there is so little of you, and each group plays one after another. We will have to roll initiative in more complicated combat scenarios for sure.
Makes sense.
Well, I will swing again. And using that reroll, goddamn.
It's a bad day. It's the shadow in the warp.
It really is. Affects our damage and our hits. It's just not right,
Yeah.
man.
Yep, okay. That's it for me, sad.
I can't see shit, brother.
I should have stick with fighting. I was doing a lot better with that.
Okay, Space Wolf.
Alright. Sure strike, or Swift Strike, excuse me. When I get Sure Strike, I'll be calling where these hits land, but that's besides the point.
Where's my solo?
You get the +10.
Oh yeah, Red Thirst.
Ooh. He's falling. Both miss.
Both miss. This is... What did we do to displease the Emperor this day?
You're not even the Lamenters.
I know, right? Oh, by the way, they do have a stat line. I think it's in Honor the Chapter, because they have a unique weapon.
Maybe. I'll take a look at it later. Attack against the librarian is successful. You can attempt to parry or dodge.
I will attempt to parry it.
And it is also successful against the Space Wolf. You may attempt to dodge or parry. Honor the chapter. Lamenters.
I parried. Huzzah!
Good.
I did not.
Unfortunate.
Why are you
And
looking at the wound threshold right now?
I am at... I have 11 wounds left.
the damage is 16 penetration 4.
To the head, body.
It was to the head again.
Okay. Pen.
You know you're really lucky you put the helmet back on.
Oh no, I knew I was gonna need to put it on eventually. Like I said, he's brash, not stupid. Let's see. So that's 4 left. That's 8. And how much damage again? I'm sorry.
16 penetration 4.
Ooh, 16. Okay, so 4 of that actually gets through. So I am now down to 7 wounds. I will need to visit the wolf priest after all of this. Apothecaries. I mean, those ones. The ones you have.
The creature claws at your face, trying to gouge out your eyes, rip out your throat. It is your turn.
I really want to hit them so badly that I try to swing again. Oh, finally, I hit
That
it.
is a hit. Roll damage.
See here, it is strength plus that 2. 19.
Mm-hmm.
Penetrating 2.
All right. 2 hits.
2 hits, yes.
Roll damage.
First,
Both.
first attack's damage will be...
Roll them together.
Oh, all 4, okay. Oh, that would be plus 6. If I did my math right.
9 plus the 5. If we take the each pair for the tearing quality. 14, 20 plus 16. And you finally chip away at the warrior. It falls. With a shriek, it crumbles. The hydraulic pressure from its chitinous body being nullified, its limbs twitch and bend to the inside as it lays motionless on the ground.
Ingvar's about to spit on it, then remembers he has his helmet on. Brother, my foe is slain! I will come to your aid!
The warrior attacks. You can attempt to avoid it.
I will parry it. I got hit by it. Wait, I did use my rerolls. I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
Oh, thank God.
You take your time. You are at a different pace than this simplistic creature. You can read into the future. You see where its blow will land. And with a masterful, swift movement, you parry it to the side. It is your turn.
Let's see if this kills it.
It is a successful attack. Roll damage.
$16. Penetrating 2.
It is still standing. Space Wolf's turn.
Support my brother. And I will strike it. Well, does that movement mean I can't do a full action attack for a swift strike?
You can charge.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I will do that. And this time I will remember to use...
Wait, this is a freaking force weapon. Hold on.
You could have been activating it using your psi rating to add the damage and penetration, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
Otherwise, it
be-
works as a common power sword.
Yep.
So I think your psi rating replaces the power sword stats. So if your psi rating isn't high enough, it might be worth using it as a regular power sword. But I'm not sure.
It adds to it, I
It
think.
adds.
So it's a +2 with my siren becomes a +5, and then same thing with the penetration.
It would make sense.
Whenever side damage an opponent, he may, as a free action, channel psychic force and killing will into the blade.
Force
Or as a focus power test, using opposed willpower. Use support deals an additional 1d10 damage. Alright, next slide.
For
So
every point
my
of psi rating,
activation-
the will has the weapon damage bonus increase. Yeah, it's added on, and on top of that, as a free action, you can make an opposed willpower test to cause even more damage.
How much will do these guys have anyway?
How much? What wounds?
Willpower these guys have anyways.
Ooh. Oh well, you know, some, an amount, a number, a varying value. That is an 89 for the
That's
contested.
trying to activate.
Okay.
That was trying to activate the Wings of Angels ability, which it did not succeed on.
Very unlucky.
So I don't get an extra D5 damage. I think that means I can only just hit this guy now.
You could kill it. I already dealt like 2-3 hits on it already.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, with the +10 from charging, and now that the two of us are teaming up on it, that means
An
it's
extra 10.
+20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We got this.
Psi rating 3. It still wouldn't have been enough to kill it even if we were adding the +3 damage, +3 pen.
Well, I hit it once. Oh, wait. Sorry. That's my bad. I shouldn't have been rolling twice. So, first one doesn't hit. So, we'll just go with that.
Well, your second one hits. You have
Yeah,
the.
but I don't think I...
You have the swift attack talent, and on a charge you can attack twice. With
Oh,
it.
okay. Fair enough. Then
So
do
I
hit
say.
with that one.
Yeah. It
So
has already
it's-
used its reaction against the librarian, so you can roll damage.
Okay. That's 9,
17.
17.
It's still there. It will take its turn against the librarian. It is a fail.
This time full
Luce.
powered force force.
Mm-hmm. Reroll.
Wait, no, because we're together, so it should be with the +10, so it'd be 66.
Okay, yeah, you're correct. And +10 for +10 for outnumbering it. It is a success. Fails its parry. Roll the damage +3. Damn.
The total of 17. So
+3
18,
to
and
the
then
pen. Pen 5.
I will. Yep, penetration 5.
Okay. And, are you making a willpower test?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. You are successful. You have 3 degrees of success. So that is 3 d10s that go through everything. You have now begun to clear your mind, to master your thoughts, center yourself, and to use your psychic might properly this time. With 20 damage going through armor and toughness, the bug is squashed, chopped up into delicate little pieces.
How are you, brother? Still able to keep this mission going?
I will endure. But when we return, I will have to meet with the apothecaries to ensure that these scars heal well.
This reclamation pool is destroyed.
And
Mhm.
he crawled out of there.
Yeah,
we
they
get
crawled
the other
through here. I wouldn't say power armor allows you to go through the same crevice they went through.
What about the other one that's belching out the smaller ones?
This one. Since the pool is destroyed, this thing does not have enough biomass to produce more Tyrannid bioforms. It remains in a dormant state, in a passive state.
Rather fully destroy it, just not leave it passive.
I agree. It's unwise to leave the enemy a means to make more of themselves.
Any of these walls look like we could easily break through it? Or do we actually have to call in engineers for that?
Destroy, as in collapse the whole cave system on it.
Without us going down with it, yes.
That would require a greater amount of explosions, of explosive material, than just a few crack grenades.
We'll just keep a note of it then send the regiments in to finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're holding out on me, brother, with crack grenades.
I don't have nearly enough to bring any structure down onto it, and I didn't think to bring demolition charges. You'll just have to note it for another time.
Alright, yeah. Gonna backtrack and check out the other entrance.
Indeed.
The other entrance, meaning here?
Yes.
Aye. A tentacle lays in front of you. It would be able to hit you even if you went the furthest away from it.
I will get within smite range and start smiting it to clear it.
Okay. Roll focus power tests. That is a success.
Oh, come on. Penetrates 2.
Oh my god. Well, you're gonna need another one.
I am tempted just to unleash everything now.
Another one.
See here, if I push, what is the repercussion?
You 100% cause psychic phenomena, and you increase your psi rating by up to +2, I think.
+3.
Up to +3. Okay, yeah.
Let's not get carried away yet.
An exploding librarian might bring part of the cave system down, to be fair.
Yeah, but I don't know if I can complete this mission alone.
That's a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Penetrating 2.
Okay. Finally, the tentacle collapses with a thunderous thump. It is no more.
The way is clear. Let us move.
Into the breach. Ingvar will move forward.
Well, the penetration is equal to your psi rating, so it's not 2, it's 3.
No, it's because it's unfettered.
Oh, okay.
Or
Okay. Okay.
Yep, I'm not going full because I don't want to cause some warp shenanigans.
Fair enough. You walk deeper into the demon's lair. Whoop, another tentacle this way.
Let's go the other way for now.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
A biostructure. And the way continues on.
How much of that crack grenade do you have left?
I have 4 crack grenades left. So, yeah, Ingvar will chuck one at that structure.
Mm-hmm. Roll
Do I
damage.
just roll the dam?
Roll the damage,
Okay.
yes. Because this is so enclosed, it's like an egg. Even if you aim at somewhere, you wouldn't be able to hit a soft spot. You have to roll the damage. 3d10s plus 4.
Oh, it's better than my first roll. I don't think I've rolled damage on a crack grenade this whole game that hasn't had a 1 in it, but still, that's 19.
Yeah. It is cracked. Foul-smelling pus-like liquid is oozing from within. You can feel something twitching inside. A form of tyrannid bioform, a creature.
And we see through the crack at what this creature looks like.
Make an awareness test. Depending on how close you get, it would be easier for you to make out what this thing is.
Gonna smite it. Solve everything with smite.
Might solves everything. The Emperor liked that.
Rolling for smite. Rolling for awareness.
Doing it.
I'm waiting for the awareness first, and then
Mhm.
the smite.
That is a success.
That is indeed.
Only awareness.
This bioform would, if left to gestate long enough, grow and be a big boy looking like it's similar in size to a sentinel the Imperial Guard uses. I would say quite a big creature. Um, looking something like this.
Ah. Well, we don't want that.
Smite it is.
Smite. You don't need to roll for damage. The creature is zapped with mind bullets. Its still soft chitin crumbles, squeezes, and boils from inside out. It wants to scream, but it has not yet formed a mouth. It dies. It's a bit smaller than that. It's not a flip. The creature is no more.
Excellent. Let us
Let's
continue
keep moving.
forward. Mm-hmm.
This way is blocked. It leads to a cul-de-sac. This way. You see
Holy crap, that's huge.
a very big reclamation pool. An Olympics-sized reclamation pool.
With that side of that, does it make it more like an actual main hive, or is it just still a minor hive?
Minor, 100%. Even if the characters don't necessarily know that, this is big enough to produce a Carnifex-sized creature, but there are still bigger than that.
We are going to need a lot of crack grenades, brother.
We are. I'm thinking perhaps an orbital strike.
And
Uh-oh.
from inside it, a figure rises. Another Tyrannid bioform. Where are they? There it is. Out of this hole in the ground, this thing rises. And you do not have to roll for Cynesians. This thing, the moment it rises, you feel your brain go numb.
that's the target.
It growls and hisses. You can see sparks jumping around its chitinous cranial part. And this time we will roll for initiative.
Quick refresher, and how does that work? You roll agility?
It's 1d10 plus your agility modifier.
Ah, okay. $13.
9.
9. Okay, so you go first before it has the opportunity to do anything. Ingvar, you go first.
Will activate his jump pack and charge the beast head on, snarling, and through his helmet's speakers. Let's see if I get that activation. The what is it called? Wings of Angels, or yeah, Wings of Angels does activate. For these attacks, I get an extra D5 damage. Cool.
Nice. But because it is in this specific thing, you have to balance yourself on this thing, on this tentacle-looking appendage. You get minus 10 to your attacks.
Charge, that cancels out. Okay. So, we'll go ahead and roll those 2 attacks.
One is a hit.
1 success and 1 failure. Okay.
Roll damage.
Ooh. Okay, so that's 12 plus a D5. So 17.
That is Righteous Fury, actually. You've
Oh,
rolled 10 on your attack, technically speaking.
Well, that's okay.
Roll again.
So, rolling now. Am I rolling that as a D5 or as another D10?
You have to roll the attack again. See if the Righteous Fury is confirmed.
Okay, gotcha. That's a hit.
That's a hit. Roll 1d10.
Now, am I just rolling 1, or am I rolling 2 and taking the higher for the chainsword?
It's just 1.
Okay.
The Heretic Veteran has that ability in Black Crusade.
Gotcha. That's another 4 damage.
So, a total of 29. Counting the resistances of this creature. That is damage. Alright.
Ingvar just digs his chainsword deep into the creature's belly, ripping out guts.
It looks like a spine with a armored chitinous head attached to it. Lucian.
See here, not going for unfettered anymore. I'm going, or to say, not going for fettered. I'm going full unfettered, meaning full power.
Mm-hmm.
Just not a push. Oh, that is not. I have to roll a war peril first.
You have to roll for phenomena, yeah.
$25 hunting breeze. Wind whips up around the second for a few seconds, blowing light objects about and garnering fire within 3d10 meters of him.
So basically nothing happens.
Did you feel a breeze, brother?
Did you
That'd be my
fart?
bad. Alright, so that'd be 21 piercing.
Penetration.
Yep, piercing. Penetration 3.
Penetration 3. That is enough to kill the creature. It collapses, falling slowly
Oh, that
like a feather.
Yngvar's gonna try to cut its head off if he can. Or saw its head off, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm. You can remove the head part from the rest with relative ease. It's not the toughest creature, even by Tyranid standards. And
Now
it
do
is
another.
separated in two.
Do another psioscience just to make sure that was the only one.
Make a senescence test with a plus 10.
Oh, now you're rolling low when it's dead.
You can feel the shadow lift. And you can feel another presence inside it. As it is going away, there is another thing, another creature, another entity that gnaws at your brain whenever you try to peer through the darkness. It was not the only creature around the sector.
Not the only one, brother. Gotta find the other one.
Good. You can claim a trophy too. And he says as he just lumps the head onto his back.
I will then actually use the Vox and relay this coordinates to the lieutenant. Because I don't want to spend time clearing this up.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Message received and understood.
Now, as the creature lies dead with its head on Ingvar's shoulder, you hear and see every other biostructure and bioform around start to twitch in an uncontrollable frenzy, with some of them being so big the whole cave system is shaking, and you can see the stalactites begin to drop. The ceiling isn't going to be a ceiling for much longer.
Go. Go
Alright.
now.
Running.
Full run using the jump pack, which doubles my movement.
Okay.
I only have full running, so 36 meters.
Wait, what? Because that's mine with the jump pack.
My normal movement is, or I should say half of my movement is 6.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, that adds up.
Yeah, because I have high agility.
You blood angels and your agility bonuses. Moving as fast as I am with a jump pack. Ingvar's not going to admit it, but he... That.
Okay. Now, Lucian, you have to run through all these fleeing smaller Tyrannid bioforms. I want you to make an athletics test with...
And I just smash them with a sword.
Are you going to kill all of them before proceeding?
Fair enough. So athletics.
You do have plus 20 for being in power armor. Another plus 10 for being bigger than them. Yeah.
Where's athletics?
It's a strength thing.
Got to beat. Is that a plus 20, right?
That's from your power armor and a extra plus 10 for being bigger than them. A total of plus 30.
I'm good.
You barged through them, squashing some of them as you ran through. And they too are running. Oops. You can make a weapon skill check to kill as many of them as you can as they run besides you, trying to get out of the cave as fast as possible themselves.
Since the session is almost over, might as well use the bloodthirst.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 1.
Ooh. Also, if you roll 100, that is also a critical success, because in physical dice, 100 is all zeros, which is less than 1. If that makes any sense. That is 6 degrees of success for Lucian. That is a fail for Ingvar. So, Lucian, it appears that as you run right beside them, you slay quite many of them. Well, I'm guessing...
Killing bugs.
Yeah. Ingvar has to carry his trophy and is not able to kill that many as he flees. And as you exit the cave system, you can see ooze running from every hole, every orifice that is visible from outside in these mega biostructures. And you see the whole cave collapse.
Oh, don't need to make that call anymore, I guess.
I still think an orbital strike might be worthwhile, just in case.
Do we even have the resources to call for that?
Most likely not.
Why not send the regiment then? Pretty sure they're doing nothing, just defending up there.
Indeed. They can scour this place, ensure it is picked clean. We have another psychic horror to kill.
Right. That Lucian will actually now make the vox call to the lieutenant.
Mm-hmm.
Lieutenant, can you get a beat on my position?
We have you zeroed in. We have your coordinates. I can have my Valkyries on your position. ETA 10 minutes.
Can you repeat that?
I can have my Valkyries on your position in 10 minutes.
Ah. Signal's too weak.
Too weak. What's in there? What did you find?
Also, out of character, I can barely understand what they're saying.
Fuck.
What did you find there? What is so dangerous that Valkyries are too weak?
I said not that. We have found one of their hives. We have cleared it, but we have other places we have to go. Make sure it's fully cleared.
Roger. And you hear him barking orders at his men before he closes the Vox link.
Yes, we must continue our search.
Onward. To more bloodshed in the Allfather's name.
Returning to the holdout, to the Imperial Guard's foothold on the planet. You see them preparing Valkyries, Chimeras, a lot of flamers and other chemical weapons to make sure nothing survives. As a fortunate sun plays, Valkyries fly over your heads, making sure to make bomb runs with flammable incendiary ammunition to burn away more parts of the jungle. And there will be a craft going down to your position to pick you up and take you to the next planet, looking for whatever other Tyrannid entity was communicating with the one you eliminated, so that this sector will be purged, so that safety and peace may come once again to the people of the Imperium.
Safety and peace, you say?
Of course. What else? You are recalled back to the Shattered Spear. To your Voidcraft. You are asked to give a detailed report on what you found down there, what the situation was like. There are also remembrancers, mortals, that rush to you, eager to hear and record everything you have to say about your encounter with the planet's fauna and flora. 。 . 。 . 。 . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . What was it like down there? You appear to be roughed up. Did you find monsters? Did you find people?
Ingvar will remove his helmet. And since he got hit in the head a few times, I imagine there's a few, probably still open wounds on his face, but he still flashes that big wolfy smile. He'll say, "We encountered no human. Guardsmen were already dutifully in attendance with the world, protecting the foothold that our glorious Imperium holds upon it. Deep in the jungle, we did indeed encounter monsters, tyrannid bioforms.
How do
Mostly
you spell that? Tyrannid?
I cannot read or write, I do not know.
Tyranid.
All right. They remember their notes. Please continue, my lord.
Quick out of character. I'm assuming since they're here, it's okay to talk to them about these things. If not,
I mean, Xenos is not like Chaos where you get executed for even knowing about it. They are on a Deathwatch ship.
Why are there civilians on a Deathwatch ship?
For various reasons. They are serfs, they are remembrancers. There might be wards of Space Marines that have been collected, found, saved from planets you visited and are to be transported to safer, distant places.
at any rate, mostly we only encountered small life forms. We slaughtered them. There was one colossal creature. Well, colossal in the sense of its power, not of its size. And here is its head.
You produce the zoanthrope head, and they all recoil. They hold their noses. They try to not look at it.
It is harmless now. We killed it, and I beheaded it. In that order.
They look at you in awe, in admiration. They all make the sign of the Aquila with their hands and say a small prayer. Thank you, benevolent Emperor. And thank your angels of death for killing the Xenos and saving us once again. We are very thankful, my lord. And they bow.
It is all that duty demands.
And soon you hear over the Vox in your either your helmet's Vox system, or you can even hear him shouting from the other side of the ship, Brother Kakus, who is calling you to the briefing room for your next mission.
Come to me, brothers. We have more work to do.
And now our duty demands us depart. Farewell, mortals.
Farewell. Always at your service, my lord. They bow to both of you and allow you to move unbothered. Another planet shows up on the hololith. More details more trouble. And this will be it for today's session. Thanks everybody for joining. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be seeing you on the next one.